Hello, everybody. So I was going to do this about 8 o'clock, but I'm testing out the new laptop. I've got the new streaming laptop. So how is it sounding? What's the sound like on this? See if I can people notes. Comments. Just give me a bit of a comment and tell me if this is coming through okay. I'm streaming to both X and YouTube now. Just need to know what the sound's like on the new laptop. Is it coming through okay? Can you hear me? Does it sound better than the old one? So we're going to try some of these new features out that I've got now, because I can actually share things. So we're going to share my Twitter and we'll see how that does. So share screen. There we go. We are sharing and it's not crashing. That's great. Thanks for bringing the chat. So we can actually share things now. I can play videos with this one now, whereas before it was just crashing. So yeah, it just goes to show you what that old laptop was like. It was on its last legs. Right, let's go and have a look at some. See, it said I'm live, so I'm broadcasting live, which is good. That's awesome. To Twitter. Let's go and take a look. There's some things that I've wanted to do for a long time, but I just haven't been able to do it because I haven't got the technology to do it. So let's go to bookmarks. So this is the first one. This is really interesting. I'll bring this up because I saw this the other day and just bookmarked it. So this is the new Labour defection to the Reform Party, and he's a Fabian. He's a Fabian. Yeah, that's true, Steve. You can't expect much from a George Stevenson laptop. No, you can't. Yeah. So this guy's a Fabian, and the Reform Party has allowed him to join their party. Oh, buddy, how you doing? Just trying the new laptop out, mate, and it's working a treat at the minute. So yeah, this is their new defection from the Labour Party. Like I was saying, he's a Fabian. And what do we know about the Fabians? They like to infiltrate institutions, parties, so they can eventually turn them into a socialist entity. Interesting that, isn't it? Are you aware that this recent Labour defection is a member of the Fabian Society? I'm just going to go through my bookmarks and show you all the stories that I've been looking at recently. So this is an interesting one. In Liverpool, a migrant follows a young girl home. He then tries to gain entry to her house. It's crazy, isn't it? It's just crazy what's going on. So we get some sound on this. What that's like. Watch that again. So he followed her home and then just casually just tries to enter a house. And we're just supposed to, this is that strength. This is, diversity is our strength, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'll just casually walk up and try and enter your house. Great. scary, isn't it? It's scary what is going on. We'll try and increase the size of that for a bit. Increase size. That's better. How's that doing on there? Is everybody seeing that okay? So I'm doing stuff, but I'm also like testing the new laptop out as well. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, Steve? But diversity is our strength, mate. Don't forget that. Diversity is our strength. So that was that guy. This is the inside of. Well, have a look at this here. This is footage inside Weatherspoons, Weatherfield migrant camp. Fighting age males, every single one. Do they sound this? It'll turn off. It's got copyrighted music on that. But yeah, you know, when me and my family were made homeless at the beginning of the year, we were stuck in a guest house and we were just told to fend for ourselves. Yet these, they just get, you know, 4 square meals a day. They don't have to worry about anything like that. They don't have to worry about expense. They don't have to worry about, you know, anything else. It's just queue up for your food and get it. We're just idiots, aren't we? We're just idiots in this country with what we do. Great. There's no lag or anything like that. Brilliant. This is another good story. This is about, you know how we're all supposed to integrate? Just be a brand new and very expensive looking nursery opens, but it's for Muslim children only. This lady has a justified rant, and then you see the actual place. So we'll see what she's got to say.
Just had a really good idea. I'm thinking about opening a nursery for Christian children only. How do you think that would go down? So only Christian children, or possibly Catholic children, but no Muslim children allowed. Do you think that would go down very well? Well, watch this. I doubt it very much. I doubt it very much. I think I would be crucified. I think I would get hate. I think I would get all sorts. Watch this video I'm about to pop in here. A new nursery is just opening up for Muslim children only. This is what I mean. This is my issue. Why the divide? Why the intolerance? Why can't all children just play together? Why can't they just have a nursery? Celebrate the fact a lovely new nursery, it looks lovely, you'll see in the video, is opening up for anyone that wants to use it. Why is it's the honestly it bores my, and then they wonder why we're not integrating. They're not integrating with us. This is awful. Look at this beautiful nursery. Only Muslims need apply.
There is a place beyond the skies, ooh, ooh, where joy is.
I'll just mute that because I'm not sure if that's copyrighted. But yeah, you can see inside. It's a brand new nursery, but it's not to integrate. They've got to be separated because we're kafir, and Muslims aren't allowed to associate with anybody that's non-Muslim. They're not allowed to do it. That's why integration with these people is impossible, because integration isn't within their religion. They're not allowed to. They see us less than cattle. That's what they see us as. So all this stuff about diversity is our strength, it's a load of rubbish. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing, this one. We'll have a look at this one as well. So Labour councillor Jeremy Newark has labelled those raising the colours as criminals, extremists and nonsense. Just listen to this. Right, this is what they actually think about you. This is what these people think about you.
Linking.
I'm not sure how the sound's coming through on this, but I hope it's coming through okay.
Our national flag to extremism, as you did in the question, or the answer to the question, as well as many Labour MPs at the moment, that you run the risk of letting extremists define it instead of reclaiming it for the mainstream.
Oh, that's gone. Let me get that back. For some reason, that just dropped out there. I'm just getting used to this laptop. Can you tell? Right, it's gone now. Oh, that's gone. Right, I'll open up a new window and get that back. It is faster. I'm doing things a lot faster on this now. It's not as slow as the other one. There we go. Bookmarks. Play that from the beginning again. I tried to turn the sound up, and for some reason it got rid of it. So I don't know why that happened. Here we go. Right, pause it there. Hope you can hear it okay when the video was playing. Right, we'll go in here and we'll share screen again. There we go. Share. There we go. Right. Play it again.
Linking our national flag to extremism, as you did in the question, or the answer to the question, as well as many Labour MPs at the moment, that you run the risk of letting extremists define it instead of reclaiming it for the mainstream?
Thank you, Councillor Rosehill. Councillor Newmark, please.
Thank you for your question, Councillor Rosehill. And I'm sorry, but I'm not playing. I won't be taking lectures on our national flag and extremism from a councillor that has the audacity to speak in almost glowing terms in his question to this council about Operation Raise the Colours. Operation Raise the Colours. An organised and orchestrated attempt by a bunch of criminals, extremists, nonces, to hijack our national flag.
Linking our national flag to extremism, as you did in the question, or the answer to the question, as well as many Labour MPs at the moment.
They think if you're raising the national flag, that you're a criminal and you're a nonce. That's from a Labour councillor. Yes, we are live. Yeah, we are live. They just haven't got a clue, have they? They haven't got a clue about optics or anything like that. But they just, you know, obviously when it's the pride flag everywhere, they don't care. When it's the Palestinian flag everywhere, they don't care. It's only when our national flag, when it's the Union flag, the St. George's Cross, when they're raised by anybody showing patriotism, all of a sudden it becomes about racism and, you know, intolerance in our own country. This is what needs to be addressed, and this is what any party going to Parliament is going to have to tackle, is people like this. And it's absolutely full, and it's not just the MPs, it's not just the councillors, it's the civil service. There are literally thousands in the civil service just like this man. That's what we've got to put up with, unfortunately. So for anybody coming in, what I'm doing is I'm just testing out the new laptop, and we're just having a look. This was an interesting one as well. Try and zoom in on that. This one here. This. Steve will probably have something to say about this. Breaking news: the police watchdog, police conduct, has found that senior police officers failed to protect children over the Rotherham scandal. They have stated that it was systemic failing by the police. This is very damning of vulnerable young girls being failed, a disgrace. We all knew this, and don't forget there were officers in Rotherham that were actively taking part in the abuse as well. And these are the people we're supposed to trust. We're supposed to just trust them. They were actively trying to cover this up for community relations. Sickening. Makes me sick. Yeah, we've already covered that one. Covered that one as well. Oh, the Zara Sultana, you know, the now failed Your Party. It's disbanded. It's fallen apart because she felt like she wasn't being listened to. She felt like it was misogynistic. And who would have thought that, you know, a party basically made up of, you know, Islamic independence would be misogynistic. You know, isn't that in their religion where they treat their women as second-class citizens? And she thought that she would have a equal voice in a party like that. Just shows how delusional this twat is. She's an absolute bellend. Let's have a look at some of the chat. So Operation Wipeout, they're on the Patriots unite together. Unite the colours. Yep. Yes, one officer Rotherham who was going down. I thought they were going to grass them up. Yeah, she, apparently, allegedly, she's pocketed, was it 1.2 million? 1.2 million in membership fees. They're just corrupt, all of them. Hopefully, she loses her parliamentary seat for this. She should do. She should be investigated and thrown out of Parliament, and there should be criminal investigations into her for fraud. Hopefully, that'll happen. But given the judicial system in this country at the minute, I find that highly unlikely, unfortunately. Like 1 in 1 is money. You know, the government's bragging about the fact that they managed to send back 2 illegal immigrants. Oh, we got rid of 2 illegal immigrants out of the country. And yet that day, that very same day, how many came in? Was it 800? 800 came in the same day. So they got 2 out, but 800 came in illegally. They're a joke. The Labour Party is an absolute joke. So let's carry on looking down at the bookmarks. I don't know too much about this. Breaking. Lord Richard Herman was one of the 2 KCs working for Ahmed, advising BID, the controversial migrant charity which produced the guide to migrants fighting deportation before his appointment as Labour Party's Attorney General. So the man they've got as Attorney General was actively helping these human rights charities find a way of getting loopholes into the system so illegal immigrants can stay in the country. It's ridiculous. David Lamia said the UK's migrant returns deal with France serves as an immediate deterrent. How? Unless you're deporting thousands of people a day and they're not being stopped by human rights lawyers, then it's not a deterrent. If you're just deporting 2 people and the majority of the people that you want to deport, the flights or whatever are being cancelled because of legal action, then that's not a deterrent. That's just proving that it doesn't work, and that these people shouldn't fear it. Just imagine this guy could be our Prime Minister if he, you know, Starmer steps down. God help us. This is just the majority of people in all regions of Britain support mass deportations, and this is why the Raise the Flag movement is growing. This is why, you know, the movement is growing as a total. South Yorkshire Police over grooming gangs. They have upheld a complaint against multiple senior officers. Police had actionable intelligence and did nothing. Full details of the failures below. It's just a complete guide to how shit our police. I mean, if anybody saw the protests this afternoon, they were shocking. Again, violent towards the Patriot protesters. pushing them back. I think AY Audits was there. I think Steve will probably know best. Was it a Section 40 dispersal? Section 40 and Section 35 dispersal? I think that's what it was. They can do that. They can do that against patriots outside a migrant hotel, yet they can't walk up to a migrant and give him a dispersal warning from trying to enter schools. Again, it's just two-tier justice again, isn't it? Or lack of. Dinghy migrant was caught in a park in Liverpool taking pictures and videos of kids. And these are the people. These are the people that our present Attorney General has fought for. He's giving them loopholes to stay in the country, even though they're doing things like this. Let's have a look at the audio. Look at the state of that scumbag.
Little nonce, dirty little nonce. Kids up taking pictures, was he? Is that it? I didn't take any pictures. Give me fucking leave. I don't give a fuck. You dirty little nonce. See your face, lad. Give me your face, you dirty little nonce. Everyone's going to see your face. You dirty little nonce. You dirty little nonce. Give me your phone. Taking pictures of kids. You reckon in my park? Give me your phone. You fucking dirty little nonce. You dirty little nonce. Dirty little nonce. Take his phone off him. Get his phone. You dirty little nonce. What were you doing on that hill then, lad? You're full of shit. You got clocked and you deleted them. You dirty little nonce. You dirty little nonce. Don't come in Liverpool, lad. Taking pictures of fucking kids. You dirty little nonce. You fucking dirty little nonce. Dirty little nonce. I'm here to protect kids and women, you dirty little fucking nonce. Cover them straight away.
The thing is, right, nothing will happen to him. What they'll do is they'll just make out they've arrested him. They'll take him back to whatever illegal immigrant hotel he came from, and that'll be the end of it. He'll just be back out into the public. They won't even charge him because they can't be bothered. The guy from the other day, the guy that was walking around all the schools, the police were passing the book. They didn't want to arrest him because they didn't want to be the ones charging him for an offence, because they didn't want to look racist. They don't serve and protect anymore. They don't do anything. They don't protect the community, which is their number one function. They're supposed to protect the community. This is interesting because I saw signs of this myself. So this is about Antifa. New investigative journalist Dr. Carolyn B went undercover with Antifa, and she says it's a military operation. Now I can be a testament to that. Now this is America, but I went to the Nottingham UKIP protest, and on my video I was pointing out the people that were organising everything. You could see them gathering, and there were people, you know, basically organising them where they need to go, what they need to do. They are very, very organised. They're very well funded, and it's scary. And President Trump did the right thing in prescribing them as a terrorist organisation, because that's exactly what they are. These people have no interest in civil discourse or debate. All they want to do is turn up at rallies and fight people. They want to fight people to put them off from turning up to rallies in the future. That's their sole purpose. They need to be prescribed in this country as well. It's about time. You know, if anything, Antifa should have been prescribed before Palestine action. 100%. Let's have a listen and see what they've got to say about them. Second thoughts, that's Fox News. I'm not sure if we'll get copyright for that, but you get the gist. They want rid of human rights. Play the British public. Yeah. Are the videos playing all right? Are you hearing the sound on the videos okay? Give me a thumbs up if you're hearing the sound of the videos okay. People that don't know, I'm testing out the new streaming laptop, and I just want to make sure all the settings are set properly, that you can hear the sound okay, it's all coming through. Great, that's fantastic. Right, let's carry on looking down. I've been wanting to do this for months. Go through my bookmarks. This is Carl Benjamin. Reform are taking on Fabians now. Aaron Banks, is this wise? There you go, that's from that guy at the top of the screen from earlier. Anybody, one of whom principal purposes includes the influence of a public opinion or policy, including any political party or trade union of which you are a member or are in a position of general control or management. The Labour Party, GMB Union, the Fabian Society. And this is who the Reform Party are accepting in to their ranks. Now, if anybody doesn't know what the Fabian Society is, they don't believe in revolution. Their idea of getting a communist country, a socialist country, is via infiltration. So what they'll do is they'll use the democratic process to infiltrate government, get their people in there, and basically just take it over from within. That's what they want to do. And the Reform Party has just let one of them in there. Now, I would be asking all types of questions, would be, you know, even before he joined, but like, are you still a Fabian? And even then I wouldn't let him in. Because this is what they do. They infiltrate, they take over. But it's a shockingly bad move from Reform, that. Really bad move. Probably not allowed. But Fabians come right in. Exactly. Exactly. It's more by infiltration through universities, via legal and services, via NHS. Yeah, they basically infiltrate all institutions, and then they insert themselves. They get to the top of the ladder, and then what they do is they just stop anybody else that would challenge what they're trying to do from being promoted. So you probably see it in the police force. There's probably a lot of Fabians at the top tiers of the police force. And this is why they only promote the woke people. It's just, they're just gatekeepers. They're gatekeeping these institutions. Let's just stop anybody that could challenge what we're trying to do from getting to place of power, and just keep putting people into place of power that follow our ideology. That's what it's all about. That's why there are so many woke police commissioners and chief constables. There will be room in my Mason. Yeah. Yes, Steve. So look at some more of this stuff. I just lost my livelihood and all my work because of a video of me raising our national flag. Stand by, folks. As we know, when you go woke, you go broke. And that's the sort of country we're living in at the minute. You speak out. He's not really even speaking out. He's just raising his country's flag. And he's got cancelled. He's got sacked from his job. So you can imagine what people like myself and others who actually speak out on this stuff are like. We're unemployable. They won't employ us. As simple as that. Oh, she's a lunatic. Wait to hear this woman, right? Wearing an Islamic headscarf that symbolises oppression, feminist MP Stella Creasy says mass immigration from the third world is entirely beneficial. She adds that anyone who disagrees with her is a Nazi. You couldn't make it up. These people are insane. Let's hear what she's got to say, shall we? Let's see what the lunatic's got to say.
Look, Britain is great. It is having challenges right now, but I am a patriot. I love this country. I stand with this country. I work for this country. I see what this country can be. That's why I want to tackle the challenges that it has. When I see people who don't have enough money to be able to feed their children, I don't want to find somebody to blame. I want to find a solution. When I see people who can't look after their children, I don't want to find someone to blame. I want to help them. Immigration has benefited our country. Everybody has history and family and cultures that come from different places. My name, Creasy, is a Huguenot surname. Do you know who else has a Huguenot surname? Nigel Farage. We can all make a choice to learn from the past and learn from how our previous...
See, this is where this stupid bitch gets it wrong, right? There's a difference from being an immigrant from the mainland Europe. There's a complete difference in that to what she's importing. These are two completely different cultures. She's under the delusion that all cultures are equal. They're not. They're not equal at all. The death cult that she wants to import doesn't want to integrate into society. They don't care about our values. They don't care about our culture. They don't care about our traditions. They only care about their religion. That's their number one priority. And it's dickheads like this that just don't understand it. It's do-gooders, these airheads. And the only reason she has this opinion is because she's never lived in a Muslim country. She's never lived alongside them. She's got this fuzzy rainbows and flowers and sunshine view that all cultures are equal, when in reality they're not. And she took 5 seconds to walk around some of the shitholes that have been colonised by these people, like Bradford, Birmingham, Burnley. If she walked around some of the neighbourhoods and actually took a look at what this country has become, she wouldn't be saying this. She's an ignorant twat. Makes my blood boil, these people. They're just idiots, morons. She told me that she jogged on Twitter once. Look, yeah. She's an idiot. She's an absolute moron. She's away with the fairies. Let's listen to what else she's going to say.
These generations are treated and how we treat future generations. That doesn't mean that we don't have challenges. It doesn't mean that it isn't sometimes difficult.
And look at the thing at the bottom. Message to the far right. It's not far right just to want to keep your country the way it is and not to have some death cult, some medieval death cult come over to your country and try and change your country's values for its own values. If these people, I've said this before, if these people were in another country and the people came to her and said, we want to fly our nation's flag. Say she went to somewhere in Africa like Nigeria and she went there and the people came to her and said, we want to fly our national flag. We want to keep our culture and our traditions. We don't want them to be diluted. We don't want to be replaced as a people. She would be siding with those people. She would be saying that's their right to do so in their own country. Yet when it's her own country, we're not allowed to be patriotic. We're not allowed to raise concerns that certain demographics within our society are committing huge amounts of crime, even though they're a tiny percentage of the population. We're not allowed to mention that. We're not allowed to bring that up because, according to her, that's racist and xenophobic. They're morons. They're absolutely morons, all of them. They're idiots. She's an absolute fucking clown. I know I'm swearing a lot, but sick of it. So tired of it. Exactly. She doesn't understand what Islam is. She's got no clue. She's got no clue at all. They've got this cuddly version of Islam in their head because when they go and see people, when they go to mosques, the imams and the religious clerics, they're all nice as pie to these people because they're trying to appease them. Clueless individuals. Dangerous individuals. So yeah, this is a sad story now. This young woman sat on the train tracks and waited to die. A victim of Rochdale grooming gangs, she was forced out of her home where the rapist returned to her town. Terrified with PTSD, she turned to drugs and dismissed by authorities. She didn't even get a bed in a hospital, let's say. She was suicidal. Even when she was a missing person, the police didn't bother looking for her and said nobody would be deployed. She hadn't mattered to them her entire life. Shh, stop talking about it. Everything is fine in Britain. It's just a few bad apples, except it isn't. And that perfectly ties in with that idiot that we just had on before, doesn't it? When she says diversity is our strength. It's not our strength. We've got the proof here it's not our strength. Our own people are killing themselves, committing suicide because of failings from fucking dickheads like this. This person here failed that young girl. She failed her because of her deluded beliefs. She would rather import the people that did that to that young girl than to deal with that young girl's actual problems. It's sickening. And this is why we need a cultural revolution in this country. This is why things need to change. They really do. Because our parliament is full of these idiots, these morons. And so is the Reform Party. The Reform Party is exactly the same. Middle of the road bullshit. Softy bollocks. Centre-right trash that will not do anything. They won't be held accountable, though. They won't be held accountable. We've literally got no opposition party in Parliament to take these people to task. Look how ridiculous she looks in that. She's an absolute moron. What a clown. Makes my blood boil. Let's take a look at the young girl that was that committed suicide. Makes me sick. State of this. Tonight, Labour lost another election to Gaza independence. So what was I saying? What was I saying in my live streams about the next general election? About the rise of the new Islamic parties? They're ditching Labour. They're ditching Labour because now they've got sufficient numbers within this country that can actually get these sort of parties into Parliament. Labour's going to have a shock at the next general election. They're desperately trying to appease these people. And when it comes to the next general election, they're not going to give two shits about the Labour Party. They're going to vote for people like this. The mosques, the imams in the mosques are going to tell their followers to block vote for people like this to get a voice in Parliament. They're already calling for Sharia courts in our Parliament, and before long it will be majority of these people in there. And then once that happens, we are screwed. We are screwed. Tonight, Labour lost an election to Gaza independence. This time in Newham, their vote collapsed by 42.9% compared to 2022. Labour are finished. It's a dead party walking. This is interesting as well. I'm lost of words about this. ISIS calls for the slaughter of Christians and Jews in the UK in UK attacks. The so-called Islamic State has sent a chilling warning calling for terror in the West. Thank you, Jen, for bringing this to my attention. So look at this. Let's have a look at some of it. In a notice titled, "O Zealous Monotheists," I can't pronounce that. I can't pronounce any of those names. I don't want to because they're shit. Wrote excerpts, "O lions of Ireland, chase your prey, all Jews, Christians and their allies, in the streets and the roads of precious America, Europe and the world. Break into their homes, kill them and punish them by any means you can. Keep in mind that you are the hand of the Islamic State today, striking at the heart of the infidels and avenging Muslims in Palestine, Iraq, Syria, and all Muslim lands. And what have we got? What have we got in all these hotels all around the country? Undocumented individuals. Islamic State told us that they would infiltrate the routes of so-called refugees and they would send their fighters across. So what do you think is coming across on those dinghies? Do you think it's refugees, or do you think it's fighting age men? Shocking. So what else is? Yeah, there you go. Look, remember the police officers that were making the one finger salute with those religious imams? That's what they were doing. It's the Islamic State salute they were making. And how many masks like this have you seen at the protests with the headbands on? Police are oblivious to what these things mean, by the way. They haven't got a clue. All the flags, all the Arabic flags that they carry around, the ones that call for jihad. It's the black one with the white Arabic on it, calling for jihad. Police have got no clue that's inciting violence. They'd rather just take down somebody with a Union flag or St George's Cross for being racist, wouldn't they? Hello. Try and get you on. There we go. Open indicating chapters. Just what? Oh, yeah, I saw you at Long Eaton. Yeah, I would eventually. I'm gonna try and make it down there to Long Eaton. I'm gonna try and do it. I just don't know the area. I just don't know where the area. I don't know where the protest is. I don't know it that well. I would need somebody to meet me from the train station to show me where to go if I was ever going to do that one. But yeah, I'm going to try and make it down there at some point. It's just getting the money to do it at the minute. Everything's fallen wrong at the moment. Definitely going to be at the protest at the Sandpiper Hotel, 28th. It's not this Sunday, it's the Sunday after. Lots of people turn up to that one. It's going to be very interesting. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be absolutely great if you could do that. I don't know when I'll be able to do it. It would probably be next month. If you're doing one next month, you'd have to tell me when it was. Basically, if it's after the 19th, I can do it next month. It's after the 19th. I want to start doing some protests, getting out there, boots on the ground again. Definitely. Right, let's have a look. Some more stuff. So I mentioned this today. I mentioned it yesterday as well in a short. Active Patriot was in court today attempting to have his restrictive bail conditions lifted. His judge, Imran Hussain. So we all know the outcome. I bet as soon as he saw the judge, as soon as he saw the name of the judge, he thought, my bail restrictions aren't going to be lifted. That's what he would have thought. His judge, Imran Hussain, refused to change the bail conditions and even prevented Active from reading out legislation outlining his rights. What sort of country allows foreign judges to rule over natives? Deport Imran. It's obvious they have an agenda. They have an agenda, don't they? For doing this sort of thing. Hopefully, Active can appeal this decision again and get those restrictive bail conditions removed. And the only reason they do it, it's not to protect anybody. It's not to protect the public. It's simply to shut people like Active Patriot down because he's a citizen journalist. He's actually an investigative journalist. He's only doing the job that would have happened back in the 90s. If anybody saw the Cook report, Roger Cook used to do this sort of thing. He would have done this sort of thing. He would have infiltrated illegal immigrant hotels if he was around today, he would have been going in there and documenting these things. And back then it would have been allowed because people respected the free press. But that's all gone out the window now. If you're the press trying to reveal the truth, then you're guilty, and we're going to put bail restrictions on you. Again, two-tier justice. Active patriot gets restricted bail conditions. We've got people that can wander into a school, several schools during the day, and just get nothing done to them. Get absolutely nothing done to them. Because apparently that's not a crime. But documenting the truth and exposing the truth is. What is it? You know, in times of universal deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. And that's exactly what's happened here, isn't it? That's what's happened. Telling the truth has now become a revolutionary act. This is hilarious, and we're going to play this one because this is funny.
We take every investigation seriously, no matter the threat. We're working hard to solve more burglaries. You might think crime is up, but did you know we've arrested 7 litterers just this week?
We're moving away from soft crime like murder and assault and focusing on what really matters: naughty posts on Facebook.
Hands off the mouse now!
We take...
Thing is, though, it's not even satire anymore, that is it? It's actually truthful. It's actually truthful. They should have had a bit in there about, oh, we're abandoning soft crime like murder and rape. We're going to go to hard crime like thought crimes on Twitter and social media. This is the thing from the other day. Breaking school lockdown in was it at Waltham Abbey? I think that's how you pronounce it. The same illegal migrant that was in schools yesterday is now trying to break into Leverton Primary School. The school has shut the blinds. The kids are being told to stay indoors. We shouldn't be living like this. Let's have a look at some of the photographs. He's hanging around Leverton in the bushes. My missus just took this. He got teachers on the gate, police being called. It's a joke, this country. And the police didn't come out and respond to this until there was a massive outcry. And what's his name? What's his name? Brooks. He's a GB News contributor. He actually went down there and started broadcasting. And it was only because the news media were covering this that they sent police out. This guy was walking around for hours. He could have committed any amount of atrocities at any one school. He literally could have got in. He did get in one school, and the teacher confronted him and asked him to leave. Our police didn't respond to it. They didn't take it seriously. Yet, if you've got a guy with a camera turning up to a legal immigrant hotel, trying to show people the truth, you'll get two police cars and maybe 9 to 10 officers turning up. This is the state of our country. Shocking. What that is. What this one is. Yeah, that's him. The migrant has entered the school in London yesterday, was found this morning sleeping in a garden in Waltham Abbey. Please keep your kids safe. It would just scoop this guy up and deport him, wouldn't it? Any other country, scoop him up, deport him, you're gone. Get him out of the country. He'll probably be in some kind of illegal immigrant hotel now. They'll put him in a hotel. That's where he'll be. It's just not safe anymore, is it? Our country is not safe. I said this the other day. We're not a high trust society anymore. We're a low trust society. We're in a low trust society with a high trust police force. They're just not trained to deal with society as it is anymore. They're not. There's flashback to London got fed up with UK's laws, culture and values. They openly raised the black flag of jihad. Told you about this. This is the one I was talking about. This is the black flag of jihad. yet they're allowed to fly it. The police won't do anything about it because they don't understand what that means on the flag. They're basically calling for holy war in this country. These are the sort of people that will be heeding the call of ISIS. These are the people that will be doing the terror attacks. These are the people that will be stabbing innocent people in the streets. These are the people that will be carrying out the Southport type attacks. Police do nothing. They're not interested. They'd rather go after people commenting on this on Facebook and Twitter than actually dealing with the actual threat itself. I'll have a look at some other comments in a minute. I'm just trying to get through all of this. Yeah, Charlie Kirk's memorial trashed by the scum, by the Marxist communist scum. This is 1 year ago. I left the police after nearly a decade of service. So he's got to say, after nearly a decade of service, I didn't leave because of trauma, the shifts, or the danger. I left because I wanted to help people and was actively blocked by the organisation itself. We've heard this all before, haven't we? What they do, they block people. An organisation that breaks the law to chase stats. And this is happening all the time. Thousands of police officers are quitting every single day because they can't do their job. And then you're left with the absolute shit. Yeah, this is the... we'll actually watch this because this is interesting.
Just a quick question. Why are there no cops in riot shields over here on this side? Okay, record me. So Don Keith, I want you guys to see something. I just posted about the different crowds here. We've got the pro-free speech, the people who want to save Britain over on this side, the freedom-loving folks, and right here on this street, we've got the pro-Palestinian crowd. Now, if you look right here, you can see the police are all in riot shield for optics position. The Patriots, they come out in front of the crowds and they wear their riot shield so that the media will see them in their riot shield, and makes the folks on the pro-free speech, the anti-immigration folks, the folks who love Great Britain, the police make them look bad with their riot shields and their riot gear. Now, if you look, you see the pro-Palestine crowd here. There's absolutely no police in riot shields, no helmets, nothing for optics purposes. They want them to appear to be the peaceful crowd. So it looks like eventually it'll look like we're the bad people. That's what's going on here with the police, the UK police. You can see that no riot shields, no riot gear, riot shields, all for optics, also that the media can see that the patriots, the people who love Great Britain, are the bad guys. Unbelievable.
They have it. They have it. Police said it themselves. I asked a UK police officer why they were equipped in riot gear for patriots, but not in riot gear for the pro-Palestinian agitators at the Free Speech Festival in London with Tony Robinson's era and friends. His response was, they're more of a threat, meaning the patriots are more of a threat. Two-tier policing from the horse's mouth. Yeah, this is what I put. So leftists like this keep telling us what happened to Charlie Kirk was all a consequence of his own actions. So basically, having a different opinion to people, these people think you deserve to die. But we'll listen to what she's got to say. Again.
So a lot of people are getting death.
Yeah, I just want to say, right, that the liberal, far left, white women are the new village idiots. They really are.
Threats today, including me. And they posted pictures of my house because they know where I live. So that's cool. Just want to make it real clear that I've never had any thoughts to unalive myself. So a lot of people are getting death threats.
Yeah, so this person was saying that Charlie Kirk deserved to die. She started getting death threats in response and then started crying about it, even though she'd advocated and said, yeah, that people need to die for their opinions. They're just stupid. They don't realise what they're advocating for. So obviously I put up here, this is my response to this. Welcome to the world you create for yourself. You celebrate violence as a method of silencing others And I'm surprised now when the same way of thinking is used against you because you've legitimized it. They just don't understand it. It's like you're advocating that people should be murdered for their opinions. And so now, when people start giving her death threats because they believe she should be killed for her opinions, which is ridiculous, by the way. I don't support that in any way, shape, or form. It's ridiculous. But she can't understand why she's getting that. She doesn't understand that she's creating this world for herself, where people, if you disagree with somebody, then that's justification for killing them. They don't understand, they don't get it, that this is the world they're creating for themselves. You're advocating for that to be done to somebody else, so therefore, in your world now, that can be advocated to be done to you, for your opinions. They just don't understand that. They're absolutely stupid. Don't get it at all. How come a few lefties were hugging the migrants as they came out of the hotel today? Unbelievable. Yeah, they will do. But I'll tell you something, not one of them will take one into their home. Remember the story? In fact, is it actually on here? I think I might have actually bookmarked that. I think I might have bookmarked this, where the gay couple took in the illegal. Here we go. This is it. Just talking about it. Here we go. Let's watch it. I'm not going to show the graphic content for obvious reasons, because YouTube will just take it down. But this is what happened, right? Just talking about it. So a gay couple in the UK welcomed an illegal migrant into their home. He chopped their heads off and put their bodies in suitcases. These people are not refugees. And this is the reason none of those people who turn up and shout, "Refugees welcome here," will take one of them into their own home. Because deep down, they know these people are dangerous. They won't have an illegal immigrant hotel in their nice, leafy, middle-class suburbs because they know what will happen to the area. But it's okay for working-class areas to have them because that's okay. And shut up for the sake of diversity because it's our strength, remember. That's how these people think. They're hypocrites. Unfortunately, yeah, I definitely can't show that. Yeah, so this is what my feed is full of every day. It's full of things like this, of a secondary school child has been, assaulted, in that way. In Liverpool, the police have advised we cannot release a description of this person. Absolutely infuriating. The police putting community tensions over well-being of children again. My Twitter feed is full of this sort of stuff. It's just full of it. Yeah, I think this was Auditon, Yorkshire. He's been arrested before for this. Auditon, Yorkshire. It was an inspector last time that arrested him. Let's take a look at this, right? We've got terrorists in the country.
So I've been sat around there all this time, yet you decide to come and talk to me when I'm leaving.
Yeah. Well, if you're going back to me, you're under arrest for Section 4A public order offence. Just give us your camera.
Look at the state of them. Oh my God. How many officers for one person? They're pathetic. They're absolutely pathetic. Take in consideration, right, when I was out in Iraq, we had a four-man team. And we were out on our own. We were escorting people to and from places because we used to do. I used to do private security out in Iraq. I was a CPO, close protection operative out in Iraq. And we had a four-man team in a war zone. And, we were required to defend places from ISIS insurgents that didn't want these places there. And yet it takes 8 officers to take down one unarmed civilian. And that guy with the glasses, Jesus Christ, it looks like a fucking squashed M&M. And then we've got the fucking FA Cup here. FA Cup with a fucking beard. Shit. Shocking. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. Sorry, buddy. They're just shocking. Look at the state of them.
Listen, all I'm going to say is, do you guys really want to do this?
Yes, we do.
Right,
Yeah.
you're arresting me for what offence? Public order for what? Second pictures?
Hang
on a minute. Are you body cam on? Are you recording? Right, can you identify yourself, please? All of you.
PC 692. 870.
Sergeant.
1823.
1823.
Yeah. Put your hands to your back then.
Is this really necessary?
At the minute, we don't know if you're carrying anything that might harm us. We don't know anything about you.
Oh. You've got the thing that might harm you. It's in your fucking hand, mate. It's a camera. That's what you're scared of. You're scared of looking like absolute clowns, but you failed. You failed miserably.
That's a fair.
Can't see your face, just out of precaution.
All right, let me just speak. That's a fair comment. I'll let you have that.
Right, yeah,
but I don't have anything that's going to harm you.
Everybody says that to us, don't they?
And I'm actually just going to go in lobby because it's a beautiful lobby. Yeah. I'm going to get some, because I ain't got any stills. I'm going to take some stills.
The circumstances for why you've been arrested.
Am I being arrested or being detained?
Arrested. I was set the caution.
Arrested?
Yeah.
Well, what have I done wrong?
Are you with the caution? Public order. Do you know the caution again, or are you?
Well, what have I done? Tell me what I've done.
There's been a member of the public who you've apparently been shouting at, calling him a muppet.
Right.
Oh my God. Called a member of the public a muppet. Those poor people, they must be in, PTSD stress, being called a muppet. It takes 8 police officers to arrest a man who called a member of the public a muppet. They're an absolute clown show, aren't they? They're an absolute clown show. Look at all the serious crime that's going out there. Yet, they keep coming up with saying, we haven't got the resources. We haven't got the resources to attend these situations. Yet they can afford to send 8 people for one man for calling a member of the public a muppet. They're the muppets.
A muppet, yeah, and?
You caused him alarm and distress.
She's very...
Causing him alarm and distress. Oh my God. Oh. Exactly, Steve. But then we arrest the people by ourselves without handcuffs. Yeah, the standards have dropped though, mate, haven't they? They walk around, they look like an absolute mess. When I was a security officer, I used to send people home. I used to be like, I was a team leader, and I would send people home. If they turned up for duty, their uniform was scruffy, or they just didn't look professional, I'd just send them home. So, no, you're not working tonight. Off you go home. Well, why? It's like you need to take pride in yourself. What you project, you're projecting to the public that you're a professional. If you look an absolute mess, they're going to have no faith in you as a security officer. They're going to take one look at you and think, look at the state of him, I'm not going to trust him. Don't get it. And the Swedish chef is a racist. Yeah. Right, let's carry on. Let's have a look at some more. I've got loads on here that we can go through and have a look at. This was Billboard Chris. This is the tolerant left again. All the Metropolitan Police wanted to do was take down my personal details. I dealt with the police. Yeah, they're just useless. A a blatant case of two-tier police, and young Bob is arrested by the police. The Stanley Terrorism thugs go unpulled. Yeah, let's watch this. This is another case of, it's not isolated, is it? None of this stuff the police is doing is isolated. You can't just say, well, you can't tar whole police forces or the police forces generally in this country as shit because it's just isolated. It's not anymore, is it? If you look at every single police force in this country, they're all absolute shite. Absolute shite. It's because all the good police officers have left and left us with the shit on the bottom of the barrel. That's what it is. Let's play it.
It's all right. They've got the right to protest. You've got your. And I've got my right to film. Yeah, but if they're offended for whatever reason. And if they're offended and they need to assault people because of it. Have you got like past history with this book? No. So you don't know any of them. Why they?
Right. Let's address this argument. Right. As it, Steve might be able to like back me up on this as an ex-police officer. Right. So, if I'm in a situation and there's a person there on their own, and because of something they said, they get attacked, I wouldn't arrest the person that had been attacked. I would arrest the attacker, because attacking somebody for merely saying something isn't a reasonable response to anything. Now, this is why they do it, though. This is why they do it, because they don't want to upset the crowd. It's much easier to arrest the person who's on their own than tackle the crowd. And that's because the police are absolutely cowards. They should call in for reinforcements and say, we're shutting this protest down if you don't behave yourselves. But they don't, because it's two-tier policing again, isn't it?
So offended by you filming? Pardon? Why are they so offended by you filming?
Because this organization in particular has a very arbitrary understanding of who they're allowed to film at their protests. If you've monitored any of their protests, then
yeah, I can be a witness to that. I've been to lots of stand-up to racism protests, and they immediately come across to say, "Why are you filming? Why are you filming?" It's like, well, you're out in public. You're doing a public protest. Anybody can film you. And I had this from at the beginning of the year where I had my phone stolen. I had the communist gala, which used to be the May Day parade for the trade unions, but it's been hijacked now. It's basically a communist event. And afterwards, I was filming the parade, and I think I got several privacy claims from Stand Up to Racism people saying that they didn't want to be shown on camera. Yet they're out at a public event, out in public. But YouTube upheld their privacy claims, even though they've got no right to privacy in public in this country. That's what Stand Up to Racism is like.
unless you are of a certain organization, you're not able to film. They'll assault you, put placards in your face. Now, I'm going to stay over there, and I want to make this on recording very clear. I'm going to stay over there. Yep. If it is private ground, that means it's a civil matter, and unless someone tells me I'm trespassing, I'm allowed to stay here. So I'm going to stay over here, and if I get ripped, there's no reason to. So officers, I want to make it very clear. I'm standing over here. If they come up to me, that's them encroaching on me and antagonizing me. Look, I'm going to go over here. Yeah. You officers, you.
Right. So if a person's coming towards you with a placard like that, they're the ones committing the offence, because you've not gone towards them. You stopped just short of getting right in the middle of them. They've come towards you. They're the ones causing the breach of the peace. The person that's coming towards you is causing the breach of the peace. You've stopped.
See how that's not me coming up to them? That's them coming up to me. That's a nice man. I assume it's a man because he got a tranny flag on.
What police don't seem to understand is touching you is common assault. All they have to do is touch you to commit common assault. But the police do nothing. They don't arrest these people. They arrest young Bob.
No. Hello, my friend. So why is it all of you guys need to be masked? Officers, you very clearly see.
Look at them. They're all stood around there watching, not doing anything. What an absolute clown show. They can see he's being antagonised, but they allow it to happen. Sure, at this point, there should be one of those officers intervening, backing those people off and saying, back to your protest. He's not doing anything. All he's doing is recording you. He's allowed to do that. But none of these officers come to his defence. Just stood around with their hands up their arses, doing nothing, which is basically what they do the majority of time.
That I stayed here and now they're coming up to me, so I'm doing nothing wrong. Are you okay? So the several individuals behind me obviously have the maturity of children. They're not able to engage in a critical discussion. I was here in a non-biased capacity, of course. If you want to kill babies, that's your problem. Yeah. Well, no, you're assaulting me. You are shoving placards in my face because, of course, you guys are cowards and you don't want your positions hold any water. Okay.
Down.
Yeah.
Right. It's been a time. You're under arrest for
Oh shit.
Arrest him for a breach of the peace. They've arrested him for a breach of the peace. So look at the officer who's doing the arresting. He looks like an absolute clown. Look at the state of him. Look at the state of him. Soy boy. Absolute soy boy. Cowards.
Right. It's been a time. You're under arrest for
Oh shit. Oh great.
That's the state of our police force. Now look at some of the comments. See what we'll get in comment-wise. The thing is, those placards, right? Those placards are basically offensive weapons. They don't need those massive thick sticks for the placard. They don't at all. They're weapons. They know they're weapons, and they use them to hit with people. That's what they're used for. No, I haven't seen that actually. I might have to go and check that out. What's that? Even entering within arm's reach. Right. You know what? Let's get people's impressions right of this. I'm going to come off this for a bit. We'll have a look at my interactions with. See if we can get it on. No, I'm going to load up on here. Let's see if I can get it on. It's quite funny. We'll have a look for it. Right, we'll come out of this. We'll go back here. Stop sharing. Right, well, I'm going to go and try and get my YouTube channel up because I want to show you something. I want to show you my interactions with an Antifa thug. For anybody that hasn't seen it, because that's hilarious. Right, that's absolutely hilarious. That's as funny as hell as well. Right, just going to take a second to get that on the screen. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I try and sort this out. I would have had this ready. Let's have a look, see if we can get it on. God, it's amazing. This is absolutely no lag on it whatsoever. I'm only using this laptop for streaming. I'm not using it for anything else. I'm not putting any more software on it. The other laptop's going to be used for editing and stuff like that. But this is bang on this. This is amazing. Right, let's have a look and see if we can get this guy up. You have to log into my Rumble account and you can have a look at some of those people as well. See if I can find it. Better once you get the mouse working, get a lot better off. Try to do it on this stupid little pad thing on the laptop at the minute. I hate those things. Here we go, this is it. This is hilarious. Stop that for a minute, we'll get it on there. We'll share the screen, because this is hilarious as well. Some of you have probably already seen this, but this is my interactions with Antifa. Just one of their thugs. And he got a bit of a rude awakening. Here we go, share. Some of you might have already seen this. Right, I'll just play this for you. So this is the guy here in the middle. There's a communist flag. There's a little girl sitting in front of him, and that's him. He's looking directly at me. I'll play this. You'll find this one funny. I'll just play it. Oh, the sound's off. The sound is off. Let's put the sound back on.
Tonight, and I just want to kind of prove to people that I'm not a keyboard warrior. I actually go out there and why this is allowed to happen in this country, because the kind of ideologies we have it on the streets of. So he spotted me. So the reason he's got a beef with me is because I did a video going to an illegal immigrant hotel, and he obviously this triggered him because he mentions it later in the video that you went to a hotel where there was vulnerable people and all this type of rubbish. So that triggered this guy. So this is what instigated this whole event at this commie get together that we're seeing right now. I didn't do anything to provoke this guy. When I go to these events, I always stand out of the way and I just record what they're doing. They always come to me. I never go to them.
Been spotted already, guys.
Yeah, so there he is with his communist friends, this guy and this guy here.
Just don't like people like me. People that like freedom.
So it's blatantly obvious what he's trying to do there. And they always do this. You notice when people go to their protests and they try to film, they always do this. They always try to back into you, trying to push you out of the way. Well, I was having none of it.
You, mate. You're on camera, mate. Fuck off.
What are you pushing me for? You can't push me.
I can push you, mate. Get out of my way.
This is the entitlement of these people. He thinks it's perfectly okay to walk over from there, quite obviously to intimidate me, because why else would he walk over? The area was completely...
So that was that, and that's my interaction with these idiots. They just think that they're so entitled to do whatever they want to people. That they really do. They just don't care. I'll look at a few other comments, and we'll call it, I think it's been a successful test of the live streaming. Right, guys. I think we'll call it. So, what's everything to the new format, the new live stream? It's going to be going professional soon. I've got, as you can see, the StreamYard logo has gone. I've actually acquired StreamYard for a week just to see what it's like. Working on an intro video and an outro video for a live stream. Still going to do my morning walk and talk videos, but I think there's going to be more live streams so we can actually have interactions. I can actually invite people in now. So if anybody, I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow, probably around, I don't know, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, do another live stream. And we'll try and get some of you guys to come in and have a chat and have a discussion about things. So if you're up for that, just come on to the live stream tomorrow. It's going to be about 7 o'clock tomorrow. 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and we'll do another one. So for now, guys, thanks for coming along. Glad it's been a successful test of the live stream. Yeah, I think that's it. I think the long form videos are starting to disappear. People like the short, snappy videos, but they like the live stream better so they can interact with the people doing the live stream, which is what I prefer, that, to be honest with you. Yeah, impressed with this, with streaming and stuff. It's not lagging, I'm getting no lag at all from it, so yeah, it's brilliant. Right, guys, everything is working well, very well with this, so yeah. I shall see you all soon. This is Vindicator signing off. Thanks for coming along. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I shall see you all in the next live stream and the next video. See you all soon, guys. Bye for now.